What's up guys, Tyler here. Welcome to what is technically episode number 81 of the Fulham career mode, but there will be no Fulham in this video whatsoever. It will be the World Cup with the United States. Now, I was planning on doing the World Cup with the United States, just a whole the group stage in one video. Play all three group games, one video, and then just get it done and dusted. Move on to the next video, like have the knockout stages if I make the knockout stages in a separate video. But I thought about it and said, if I make the knockout stages, that is a big if, because, you know, I sometimes play bad at FIFA, although I think we should easily make it out of this group. If I somehow mess up a few times, then we're going to be out of the group. So I thought about it, and I decided what we're going to do is do one game per episode of this World Cup. So this whole France game will be fully live, 4-minute halves, just so I can get these videos done and dusted and out for you guys, but 4-minute halves, one game per episode, and the next episode will be like a few days down the line. So I can do a few more Knots crew modes and a few more pack and builds and have those out for you guys, because I haven't posted a lot of Knots as of late, and we need to take a break from the series, at least for a little bit. It will still be coming back. That's why it's every other day or every 2 days. We will post an episode of the World Cup, kind of keep it a bit more realistic as well, because of course, if you have a game of the World Cup, it will be a few days down the line instead of just, you know, right away. But we're only going to do that for the World Cup. When the Fulham crew mode returns, we'll do like 2 or 3 games an episode, probably only 2, but yeah. For the World Cup, I just wanted to keep it this way. Now, you can see our first game of the tournament is against the hardest opponent in the group in France. They will definitely be the toughest opponent we have for us. You can see our group right here. We got France, Poland, us, and Venezuela. And I think Venezuela and Poland definitely are below us. In real life, they are below us in rankings. But in the game, I don't think they would have advanced as far as we have in growth-wise. And in the game, we haven't even advanced that far in growth. I mean, you can see right here, Julian Green's only a 76. He's 23 years of age now. He'd be relatively picking up his game by now. In game, he should be. In real life, I'm not sure he'll ever reach his potential he's been given. I honestly don't think so. It's sad, but he really isn't. Now, this formation is a 3 at the back formation, obviously you can see, and it's what the US has been rocking up with the last few friendlies. They decided to give it a try and test it out, and I thought it worked very, very well. A lot of people slayed it, but I like it, so we're going to go ahead and use it for the World Cup. And although it will be a bit more attacking, it will also be a bit more defensive, because we have Fabian Johnson in at left mid, who's a right back but can't play left back and left mid, so he'll be able to track back a few times if we need him to. As well, at right mid, we'll have DeAndre Yedlin, but he has a red card for whatever reason, so we can't play him for the first game against France. So we'll have Josh Gatt there, since he is a bit more defensive than our other options that we could play there. Perfectly fine with that. He, of course, was in our Fulham team for a little bit, and then we sold him on to Columbus Crew, I do believe. But yep, the rest of our team is, you know, it's just kind of players I think would make the starting lineup if we were in 2018 right now, except for Gatt. I don't think he'll be there, sadly. He's had a lot of injury problems in real life, and I hope he can come back from it, but it seems very, very unlikely. I mean, he was at the top of his game. He's getting call-ups from the US, and then bang, ACL tear after ACL tear, and it's been a while since he's played a game. But anyway, a few players that could be playing over certain players. Cropper could be playing over Guzan, but again, kind of want to keep this a bit more realistic. I doubt Cropper will even be in the 2018 World Cup, let alone starting, so I went with Guzan instead. Hindman, he's a bit weak, and I don't think he'll be starting necessarily, but Zoya, I gave him the ropes for this one. And Lee Win, I love Lee Win, but in the game, he just, I don't know what it is, but right now he bugs me. Just, I don't know what it is. I think it's looking at his long hair in game, his ponytail, because he doesn't have it anymore in real life, but it bugs me to look at it in the game, since of course we don't have any of the updates going through. But regardless, he will come off during the game at some point. Same with Giassi Zardes. We could have Johansson on the bench, but he doesn't really fit my playstyle as much. Same with Rubio Rubin. Doesn't have a lot of pace, as you can see. 73 acceleration, 68 sprint speed, but he's very, very young at only 22 years of age. I definitely think he's going to break this potential. He is a stud in real life for Utrecht. But other than that, that is the team we are going to go with. I should probably put a center back on the bench, so Chandler's going to come off for Beasler, because we are playing a 3 at the back, and we have no other center back options if someone gets hurt. But that's it. Let's go jump into this game. Save changes. Yep. Now, Julian Green, I believe he only has a stamina of like 50. So that's obviously not very good. So we might have to sub someone else on during the game for him so that he can get his fitness back, and probably have to start someone else in the next game, which is unfortunate. Now, before we jump into the game, let's go take a look at the other tables we have for us. There should have already been a game played in Group A, but I checked before recording this, and there isn't for whatever reason. Apparently, we're the first game of the tournament, which makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, you can see there Germany, Switzerland, Czech Republic, and Chile. I believe it will be between Germany, Chile, and Switzerland to go through. Czech Republic's decent, but I don't think they're good enough to get past that group. Us, I think it will be France and the United States. Group C, Spain, and I'm going to go with Colombia out of that group. We got Uruguay and Portugal to go through that group. England, and I do think Russia, although Ivory Coast are very, very good, I think Russia will go through just because they are the host of the tournament, of course. Group F, Italy and Mexico to go through. Netherlands and, ooh, that group is horrendous. I'm going to go with Netherlands and Korea. Group H, I'm going to go with Turkey and Argentina, and that's it. Those are all the groups. Those are my picks for the groups anyway. It's just a guess FIFA-wise. In real life, those would be the picks I would make as well. But regardless, let's go jump into this match, and yeah, doing it fully live. So first time ever doing a game fully live, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that I'm not using sliders or anything like that. You guys would probably know that by now already. I'm not very good at the game. You guys have seen from my freaking performances in some games that I'm not the best. 4 minutes, world class, default ball, which is, oh, it changed for some reason. What do we got? We got the bazooka we could use. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily. This one, I think, kind of fits the colors of the 2018 World Cup. It is in Russia, of course. I believe their colors are red and blue for that World Cup, and it's not as flashy as the bazooka is, which is definitely a lot more Brazilian. We'll leave that the same, clear, whatever. Camera, I did adjust this a bit. I wanted to make it a bit more zoomed out. I've been watching a lot more MGH as of late, and I've noticed his camera's way zoomed out. He's always liked it like that, but I thought I'd try it out. We got this as normal. Audio, I hate the freaking commentaries, the commentators in international games. I don't know what it is. I just can't stand them. And here is the sliders, as you can see. Now, I have been wanting to try something out. I've done it in FIFA 14, not on camera. I did it before I did YouTube. I did a save, a career mode with sliders. Now, you're thinking probably, oh, you cheated. No, there's actually a legitimate use for sliders that people don't realize when you're on YouTube. And if you go to like Operation Sports, that's a website for sports video games, you can find different sliders that different people have come up with to make the game more realistic. And I played it last year. It was so fun. A lot of stuff was on manual, like a lot of the passing and the shooting settings, and a lot of the sliders make it just a lot more realistic. And I might try that out in a save some point soon. Not sure yet. I do think I'm only going to do one season of the Knots crew mode just because I have been finding it not as enjoyable as I first thought it was going to be. The Fulham save, I think, will always continue, considering the amount of support I got on the last episode, which was weird because a lot of the comments on that video are people I've never seen comment before, and they're like, do season 5, but alright, that's fine with me. We got a ridiculous amount of likes on that video as well, so I'm perfectly happy doing a season 5. I think it might be the last season though. If we win Champions League, I think I'm done with the Fulham save, and we'll move on to a new one. In FIFA 16, I will be doing a Brighton save through the championship. I think those are just the best to start off with, but regardless, got our first game of the World Cup against France. Entep, of course, in the team, Tovan in the team, and Haidara in the team. All three Fulham players. I don't think Fofana made it, but the rest of the team, very, very good. And it should be a tough test for us in this match. Hopefully we can do it, though. Michael Bradley right there. The bald eagle himself. Michael Bradley. If you've never seen him with hair, look it up. He looks so much better with hair. I don't know why he went bald. Probably because he was going bald, but regardless, there's their team. You can see Benzema, Pogba, Nasri. I don't think Nasri would be there necessarily. Yeah, he definitely won't be there if Deschamps is still coach for sure. That's why he wasn't in the 2014 World Cup, of course. Haidara there. Who's number 4? I'm thinking it might be Laporte. Probably Laporte. Julian Green right there, number 7. I tried to keep the numbers fairly realistic. Josie wore 17 all the time, but Doya wore 11 during the last World Cup. Same with Fabian Johnson. Josh Gatt, I believe, wore number 22 on his first cap. Mixed Discru's the new number 10. There's Omar Gonzalez, wore 3 in the last World Cup. Try to keep it fairly realistic and similar to what the players wore in the last World Cup, but this should be interesting doing a fully live game. Never done this before. If you guys do enjoy it, please drop a like. I might, like right now, as I'm talking, I sound a bit like unanimated in my opinion, but either way, their side, I saw Kurzawa on the bench. Haidara coming in over him. That's pretty cool. Dabo at the CDM position is pretty interesting. Is he the one that plays for Montpellier in real life right now? I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right person, but you already saw our team. We got our players on the bench. Let's jump straight into this game. Just skip that intro. And let's go, Julian. Nice work there. I wanted to do a drag back. I've noticed this as well. Playing offline, it's a lot harder to do drag backs, at least in career mode, compared to Ultimate Team. I've been putting that into like my arsenal of game and into my, I guess, locker in my ability as a FIFA player. I've been trying to do a lot more drag backs, a lot more skills. I might have a compilation coming soon, by the way, of skills, but maybe not skills per se, but at least goals. I've been wanting to improve my editing a bit as well. And so I'm going to be working on a goals compilation in Ultimate Team, which should be cool. But regardless, it's like impossible to do a freaking drag back in career mode. I don't know what it is, at least in this save. Maybe it's because I started it when the game first came out. Like literally the day it came out in America, which was like 2 days before it came out in the UK. I started this career mode. But regardless, Haidzara on the break. You guys got to see my crappy defending, by the way. Oh my god. Bradley, nice little flick. Let's go. On the counter, Bradley, not Bradley, Green. Come on. Nice work there. Bedoya lost it. I have a feeling we're just going to struggle in this game. France are way too good. Their side is amazing. Tovan, Haidzara, Pogba, Benzema, like that team is stacked. And you can only imagine how good Pogba is with how much he's grown through 4 seasons. That is just ridiculous. Fabian, what are you doing? Guzan, just throw that on the counter. Now, Julian Green, he is technically a right winger, listed as a right winger in this game, but he is more of a left winger. At least that's where he usually plays in the United States, and can play striker. He usually played striker for the Bayern youth teams. So I thought I might as well chuck him in that position for us. At striker out on the left-hand side as well. He's right-footed, so we'll be able to cut in and use him. I'm really interested to see how he'll play and how he'll turn out in real life as well, because he's not even at Hamburg anymore. Like, he refused to go play for the reserve team because that's where they wanted him to go, and Hamburg aren't really good, so it's kind of disappointing. I hope he turns out well. Julian's like one of my favorite players for the United States. After he scored that goal in the World Cup, I was freaking out. It was ridiculous. As well, he kind of looks like my little brother. This is getting a bit personal here, but if you guys didn't know, I do have a little brother who is biracial. Yeah, he kind of looks like him, which I thought was interesting. Anyway, Josh Gatt to make the throw-in. I really hope Josh Gatt as well turns out good in real life. Gatt, that's not where I wanted to go, but it works. Altidore, over to Discarud, over to Bradley making a run, over to Julian. Julian, body feint. That works. Julian, Bradley. Why did he turn that way? He should have turned with his body facing the defender. That would have worked so much better. Benzema coming on the counter. I feel like we're going to concede here, definitely. I wish the game would give their freaking players more realistic numbers. Like, Benzema would no way in hell be number 29 unless maybe something happened. I believe Pogba's something ridiculous as well, I saw. Oh, God, he just split me open. Split me open, 33rd minute, 1-0. Benzema getting the goal. I don't know what that was. Just that quick burst of pace to get past the defender. Right here, just, I don't know what I was doing. He just went right by me, and then it switched me to Bradley. And that moment when I was trying to move Brooks back to catch up to Benzema, it switched to Bradley, and Bradley moved out of the way so Benzema could take the shot. Frustrating. I felt like we were going to lose this game anyway, though. But I think we'll do the job against Poland and Venezuela at least. Mix, Michael, Johnson, Josie, Green. Nice. Nope. Didn't work as I wanted it to. Benzema. Got to put pressure on him now. Got to put pressure on him. Already losing anyway. Might as well go full out. Go not all out attacking, but at least try to put some more pressure on him. Julian. You know, this would be the perfect opportunity to do a drag back, but of course we can't. Josie! Oh, I thought that was going in for sure. He took it first time, couldn't direct that in goal. Speaking of Josie, I gotta say, I know the MLS defense is pretty bad, but I definitely think Sunderland fans and a lot of people slayed him, and rightly so. He didn't score a lot of goals for Sunderland, of course, but if he had more service and played with another striker up top, he would have scored a lot more goals for Sunderland. I'm sorry, he would have. For sure, 10 out of 10 would have scored a lot more goals for Sunderland. Maybe not enough, and maybe they still would have sold him, but I still think he would have scored a lot more goals, and I don't think he deserves the hate that he gets. And speaking of him as well, he almost moved to France. Apparently there was like 3 or 4 teams interested in him in France and Italy and Germany, but he chose to go back to the MLS for money. I mean, it's obvious he went for money. Same with Giovinco. Giovinco had plenty of options, but he chose the MLS because it made him the highest paid Italian player, so I don't blame him. If you were in their situation, I know you'd probably say, yeah, I'd like to play in a better league. If you were in their situation, you'd take the money. I would. I know I would. Plus, you'd be playing in a league you're more familiar in, at least in Josie's case. You're familiar to that country. But regardless, we're losing. We're going to make a few changes. I think we're going to take out Julian for Giassi Zardes, just for a bit more skill. And then at the same time, also take out Bedoya for Lee Win. And go like that. Now, don't think I'm going to change anything else. We'll just go with that. And we haven't played that bad. We just only had that one shot from Josie, which obviously isn't good. Now I'm going to go out attacking, and let's go high pressure and team pressing. And let's see what we can do. Davo to Benzema. Over to Pogba. Nice work, John Anthony Brooks. There's Altidore over to Lee Win. Oh, come on. See, this is what I mean about his hair, though. Like, look how long it is, and it looks weird in game. I don't know what it is. It just looks weird. Doesn't look like Lee Win, especially now after he's cut it. And it looks better, a lot better in my opinion. Debussy. Oh, God. Nice work, Schuler. He plays for my hometown team, if you didn't know, by the way. Same with Luis Gil, who's on the bench. Both play for Real Salt Lake. She's my... I literally live like 20 minutes, maybe... No, probably not even 20 minutes. Maybe even like 5 or 10 minutes away from the stadium, which is pretty cool. I plan on going to their game against Toronto in, I believe, 2 weeks' time. It should be a lot of fun. Nice ball. Didn't want to go there, but Gat whipping it over. No one in the box. Not good. Not good at all. Brooks wins the header, but to no one. Tovan on the ball. Passing it over to Debussy. I remember from a save that the Master Bucks did like a few years ago. I think it was FIFA 13 or FIFA 12. Might have even been FIFA 12 with Newcastle. And he was looking through the transfer list and the transfer market looking for a right back for Newcastle. One player came up, it was Debussy before he even went there. Ensep comes on as a sub, which is cool for Tovan, Fulham boy for Fulham boy. But anyway, as I was saying, he found Debussy before he was even a Newcastle player. And he's like, oh, this guy's a douchebag. His name looks like douchebag. Just thought that was funny. Pointless, but nice work, Omar. Come on. Make that tackle, Giassi. Fuck's sake. No. Ensep over to Nasri. Over to Ensep, taking it from range. Guzan, nice save. Zardes. Lee Win. Altidore. Fabian. If we can get a point out of this game, I would not be too upset, but I doubt we're going to be able to. We just haven't been able to break them down whatsoever. Nice bit of skill there to Giassi. Nice work, Giassi. Giassi sees a run. Altidore, he put it wide again. Josie, you're done, man. I'm sorry, but that is ridiculous. We're going to bring on Joe Zhao for Josie. I wanted that one to go to Gat anyway, but it went to Josie and he missed. Fuck's sake. Yeah, we'll go with Zhao just for a bit more pace as well. If we can do that again, I don't know. I think Giassi would have slotted that home. I really don't know what that was, though, from freaking Altidore. Speaking of Zhao as well, I hope he's able to recover from his injury. He was doing so well for Dortmund, making their bench, playing a few games for them in their tough time at the start of the season. Was basically their spark off the bench, and got those call-ups with the USA, and then just got hurt with the US and had to have a second surgery as well. So he's not even back from that injury yet, and that was a few months ago. That was in November, I believe. No bueno there. Injuries suck. Here we go, Ensep. Get to it. No. Oh, God. Dabo. Close him down. Close him down. Close down. Ensep. You don't want him on the ball. Haidzara. The fuck was that? Let's go with the counter. Come on. Nice ball. Lee Win. Get to it. Nice. Nice. Giassi. Giassi. Lee Win. Lee Win. Ah, couldn't find him. Mix. Oh my God, how can you not find him? He's right next to you. Mix, that was just horrendous. Bradley to Johnson to Giassi. Giassi to Michael. Someone needs to make a run. Come on. Ultra. Joe. Joe, come on. To Giassi. No, come on. Too long. Fuck off. Come on, get to it. Michael, just make that tackle. I'm getting desperate. Come on. Come on. Michael to Benzema. Zabo. Fuck. Fuck. And Tep. I'm getting desperate now. I'm just pulling my center backs forward, trying to make a tackle. It's 90th minute. We're definitely not going to have another chance in this game, but I knew we were probably going to lose this game. And to only lose at 1-0, I'm not too upset. We played well in the game, but I felt like we were going to lose that game, definitely. They were the strongest side for sure. Entep and their team, 85 rated, and didn't even start the freaking game. That shows you how good they were, but yeah, I'm not too upset about their performance. I think we played well, just a few mistakes here and there. Only losing 1-0, not too upset. We'll see what happens with Poland and Venezuela. And then, of course, we will play that next game in just a few days' time. I'll probably record it right after recording this, to be honest. But Yedlin's back. I have no idea why he would even have a red card for. So it was at this point that my mic cut out, and basically all I ended up saying was Venezuela beat Poland by 2 goals. So all you have to do is beat Poland so that we for sure eliminate them from the tournament, and then it will probably come down to me and Venezuela in the last game, considering I bet France will end up beating Venezuela in the second game of the group, and then we'll take on Venezuela to see who for sure advances in that second place. We need France to beat Venezuela, though, and we need ourselves to beat Poland for that to happen, have that scenario happen. But regardless, that was the end of the video itself. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like on it, as well comment any suggestions you have for me for ways I can improve my content, improve the series in general. I'll probably only do a Season 5 and then end the series, but regardless, I've been TRayALLDay or Tyler, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another video on my channel.
My teacher, Miss Thomas, told me I would never be nothing. I looked at her dead in the face and said I'm gonna be something. She told me that in a few years I'll be catching the bus. Now I'm catching the car service. Guess who the driver? Her husband. It's priceless.